Namaste. I'm going to read Volume 3, Book 4, Chapter 33, Origin and Glory of the Jyotirlinga Gushmeswara in the Shiva Puran. Hayom Tatsat. Sutta said, on seeing the son of the younger sister, the elder sister was much distressed. Unable to see her pleasure, she became inimical. Her people celebrated the birth of a son continually, but she could not bear the sight of the beautiful child. On seeing the son a great favorite of the parents and endowed with all good qualities, her heart began to blaze like fire. In the meantime, many Brahmins came there, offering their daughters in marriage. Sudharma celebrated the marriage of his son duly. Sudharma was extremely delighted in the company of Gushma. All the relatives honored Gushma much. On seeing that, Sudeha blazed furiously in her mind. Extremely distressed, she began to lament, "Oh, I am doomed." When the daughter-in-law came to the house and the son was duly married, Sudharma evinced his enthusiasm to both the wives with an intention of delighting them equally. But Gushma was delighted and Sudeha was distressed. Unable to bear her happiness, she fell on the ground. Gushma said, "These are your own son and daughter-in-law, not mine." But the daughter-in-law considered Sudeha her mother-in-law, and the son considered her his mother. The husband too loved the elder more than he loved the younger. Still, the elder wife retained dirt in her mind. One day, the senior wife, Sudeha, extremely distressed in her heart, thought how she could subdue her misery. Sudeha said, "Certainly the fire in my heart can be tranquilized only through the tears of Gushma caused by her misery and not otherwise. So I shall kill her son today, the son that speaks pleasing words to her. What is destined to happen shall happen. This is my final decision." Sutta said, "O Brahmins, the inimical nature among co-wives is extremely ruthless and suicidal. The wicked and the mean do not ponder what shall be done or not done." One day during the night, as the son was sleeping with his wife, she took a big knife and cut off his limbs. The senior wife cut off the limbs of Gushma's son at night. Strong that she was, she took them to the lake where the earthen images of Shiva were usually hurled by Gushma. After casting off the limbs into the lake, she returned in sleep. In the morning, Gushma got up and performed her daily household duties. Sudharma too performed his daily sacred rites. In the meantime, the senior wife too got up and performed her duties with great pleasure, now that the fire in her heart had been tranquilized. Getting up in the morning, the daughter-in-law saw, to her horror, the bed wet with blood and a few scattered pieces of the body. She told her mother-in-law, "Where has your son gone? The bed is wet with blood. Pieces of the body are also seen." The daughter-in-law, fond of her husband, began to lament, "Oh, I am doomed. Oh, my mother of holy rites, who has perpetrated this wicked deed?" The senior wife, though delighted inwardly, showed great distress outwardly, saying, "Oh, I am doomed." Gushma heard the pitiable lamentation of her daughter-in-law, but did not leave off her sacred rite, the daily worship of Shiva's earthen image. Her mind did not exhibit any agitation. The husband too remained calm till the completion of the sacred rite. At noon, when the worship was concluded, she looked at the terrible bed. Still Gushma did not show signs of grief. "He who has given this boy will protect him too. The annihilator of Kala, the goal of the good, is famous as a favorite of his devotee. Our protector, the sole Lord Shiva, is like a gardener. He separates those whom he has united. What can I gain by worrying over it? Realizing this truth, being emboldened in dedicating herself to Shiva, she did not grieve much. Taking the day's earthly phallic images, she went towards the bank of the lake, repeating the names of Shiva, maintaining the normalcy of her mind as afore. When she cast off the earthen phallic images and returned, she saw her son standing on the bank of the lake. The son said, I shall meet my mother after dying. I have been resuscitated, thanks to the power of her virtue and the mercy of Shiva. Suta said, O Brahmins, on seeing her son resorted to life, the mother was not delighted, as she was not distressed before. At that time, Lord Shiva appeared before her immediately in the form of a mass of splendor. He said delightedly, Shiva said, O excellent-faced lady, I am delighted. Mention the boon you wish to have. This boy had been killed by that wicked lady. I shall kill her with my trident. Suta said, bowing down to Shiva, she requested for the boon, O Lord Sudeha, my sister must be protected by you. Shiva said, harm has been done by her. Why should you render help to her? Sudeha, the preceptor of wicked deeds, must be killed. Gusma said, no sin stays the moment you are seen. Now on seeing you, her sin will be reduced to ashes. Sin is far removed at the mere sight of the person who renders help to those who harm him. These wonderful words of the Lord have been heard by me, O Lord. Hence, O Sada Shiva, let it not be done otherwise. Suta said, thus requested by her, Lord Shiva, the ocean of mercy, favorably disposed towards his devotees, was delighted and spoke thus. Shiva said, O Gusma, request for another boon. I shall grant you what is beneficial to you. I am delighted at your devotion and your nature of being free from aberrations. Suta said, she said after hearing his words, if a boon is to be given by you, you shall stay here in the name for protecting the worlds. Then the delighted Lord Shiva said, I shall stay here in your name. I shall be named Gusmesha, and I shall confer happiness. May my phallic image named Gusmesa be auspicious and famous. Let this lake be the storehouse of phallic images always. Hence, it will be famous in the three worlds in the name of Shivalaya. This lake shall always yield desires by its mere sight. O Lady of good rights, upon 101 generations in your family, sons of great excellence like this will be born undoubtedly. They will have good wives, plenty of wealth, longevity, and skill in everything. They will be learned and liberal. They will attain worldly pleasures and salvation. They will be 101 endowed with many qualities. Your family will expand like this splendidly. Suta said, after saying this, Shiva assumed the form of a phallic image named Gusmesha. After he became famous, the lake was called Shivalaya. Sudharma, Gusma, and Sudheya came there and circumambulated Shiva 101 times. After performing the worship of Shiva, fondly meeting one another, and eschewing the dirt of the mind, they attained great happiness. On seeing the son regained to life, Sudheya was ashamed. O Brahmins, she performed the expiatory rite for her sins and requested for forgiveness. O great sages, the phallic image named Gusmesa originated thus. Its very sight and worship renders happiness always. Thus I have narrated to you the 12 Jyotirlingas, which yield all desires, worldly pleasures, and salvation. He who reads or listens to this narrative of Jyotirlingas gets rid of sins and attains worldly pleasures and salvation. Footnotes. Shivalaya Lake, 274. Shivalaya Lake, the abode of Kushmeshwara. Phallic image is placed near Devagiri in the Aurangabad district of the erstwhile Hyderabad state. And here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Hari Om Tat Sat.